Okay, hello. Today we'll be doing kind of an interesting video. I should probably be doing this in battles, but I'm going to be playing that on the PC soon, but this is mobile. So, today we're going to be talking about 10 things noobs do, not criticising anyone if they do them. It's just, if you want to improve at the game, get out of those constant losses that I know people are getting now. But yeah, this is the top 10 things. So, at 10... we're going to be talking about a regen farm, as you may have guessed by the towers. Now, don't get me wrong, Summer Whirlwinds are great, so are downdrafts, what do you call them? Those, distractions on the ninja. But there's a thing called a regen farm, if you didn't know. It's where you get lots of regens, maybe from a rush, maybe just from the round, and they just keep on coming because that's what they do. So you see I've sent them back there, seems to be fine. Now put it in speed up and watch what happens after a while. So they're not really getting overwhelmed too much, but after a while they're going to start to pile up, and after they've piled up for a while, they actually start getting past because they just keep on regening. As you can see, if I put it into slow-mo here, can you just see how many regens is that going in? And of course they just keep on regening back and regening back because they're being pushed to the start, and by, say, 10 seconds, you've got your entire screen covered with regens, and that's not a nice thing to see. So the lightning is great, but maybe use the whirlwind as a last resort. Now, moving on, the next one is farms. I mean, noobs don't get it. You don't unlock it on the start. And it's quite easy to play eco, send a couple balloons, you might get a tiny bit of money. But the farm is, honestly, I'd say is the best tower in the game. If you're not farming in a game, maybe you want to go late game, it's not going to happen, you're playing against a really good player, he's going to be playing with the farm, because the farm just, it really is good. So I'll just demonstrate the farm. So you want to sell your farms, get factories, which are these ones, or they're called, I don't know what they're called, but you're going to get factories, and if you have one of them, you want to get the valuable bananas, because that will make you some extra money, which is great, because they give you about 10 times what you would normally be getting, and I believe it's 600, they have nerfed the farm in an update, so it's more expensive, but they're still great. And obviously the other side is the BIA. I would recommend getting that if you're going late game, maybe on round 20, 23, because that will give you income, and also you can get a nice 20k in there. Let it build up. So that's quite a thing I see. Noobs normally never play farms, so I'll probably be doing a video where I play on a noob account, and we'll see who we come against. And number 3. It's this guy. Now, if you're a noob, you probably think, wow, this guy is great. It's the wizard. He can pop leads really cheaply. If you get the monkey sense, you can pop those camo leads, which you might not even know about. And if you get this one, the dragon's breath, we'll survive against anything, won't we? Whatever he sends at us, we're gonna survive, aren't we? Yeah, you're kind of wrong. Say I just rushed one Moab here. It's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, the wizard is a great tower, but if you have no farms, you're surviving off eco. It's about round 20. You have one fire wizard. Forget it, mate. You're not gonna win. So the wizard is great, but use it in moderation. I would recommend for noobs using this guy, the dart monkey, because this triple shot, it's cheap but it's powerful. And the fan club is pretty good, because if you use the ability, you can then drag out 0-0s and make them super. So that's always useful. And of course you've got the jug, which pops camo leads, and that leads quite nicely into our next topic, which is camos and leads. So you all probably know by now the ninja can pop the camos, and it can pop them nicely. So say I rushed a couple camo regen reds here, the ninja is going to do fine, even just the 0-0 ninja, because it can pop camos, and the shurikens are a really good weapon. Now, until you get the balloon jitsu. The balloon jitsu has some pretty powerful power, and it's 5 shurikens that it throws. It can't pop leads, as you can see, but what can pop leads on the ninja is this. Now you just need the flash bomb, but this is the sabotage supply lines. If you don't know, it is extremely good. So can you see the speed of those balloons? They're going pretty fast. If I rush myself with quite a lot more, and then use this guy's power, the Sabo. Can you see how slow they go? Now this is great for late game, so if you are into late game or you want to learn how to go late game, use the ninja. It's a great tower. But another thing that can pop camo leads is obviously the wizard, the juggernaut, sub on some levels. They're honestly most towers, but you have to know, because on round 10, if you're playing against someone good and you don't have that camo lead popping power and you don't have much money, then it's really not going to be happy for you. Now the next topic is no money, which I know we talked about farms, but this one is quite an annoying thing, I think. Some people don't know what eco is. Eco is sending balloons to increase your income. You start off with 250 normally, unless it's Bonanza, where you start with 500. And when you rush those balloons, your income will go up. Now, it's alright playing on that, especially in speed modes, but farms are better, but some people just don't do either, and sometimes I don't know how they survive for quite as long as they do. But you're not going to survive off that 250 income. I know it seems kind of scary trying to get money yourself, but honestly, you're gonna find it really hard if you don't get it. So I also quite like, for the last topic, the camo leads. I forgot to mention, I really like the Buccaneer on 03. It's really good. Right, and at number 6, we're gonna do no sacrifices, and you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're ever going late game, there's a thing called the Super Monkey. It's brilliant. Now, you'd saved up to all your money because your farms, because you listened. You have lots of money. You sell them all. You're like, great, let's go for this £100,000 sacrifice to a temple. And you think, oh wow, this is going to be so powerful. I'm going to survive off the 10 zombies coming next round. Chances are you might not actually, because there's a thing called sacrificing. It's where you place other towers, and certain towers will give you powers with that. So look at that popping power. It's scratching them, yeah, it's doing some decent damage. But now, if I sell this, get up one of these, get a wizard sacrifice, get an ice sacrifice, and get maybe a glue gunner sacrifice, and upgrade this to the temple. Look at that, it adds a lot of popping power, and before you know it, you've already popped all these zombie layers, all the BFBs, tons and tons of Moabs just go down because of that freeze sacrifice. And look, it's even frozen the balloons, and that's because of the sacrifice. Now, sacrificing is one of the best things you can do if you're going late game. I'm not very good at playing temples, but you definitely should if you want to go late game. Right, now at 7, it's spamming emotes. Now, in battles, there's a little button in the middle where you can send kind of faces to each other, send, wow, you're good, or well done, or things. Don't go crazy with them. I see so many people just spamming them, you know? There's like, hi, yes, hi, we're playing a game, wow. Don't spam them, because it really annoys people who are maybe slightly better than you. So that's just a short one there. 8. It is assault mode. Now, if you're a noob watching this, you play assault mode. I know it. I can mind read. Start playing arenas. I started off with assault and it wasn't good, so you should definitely play arenas. They're the best thing, because you earn medallions. Even playing those low arenas, you know, you only lose 5. It's not a big deal. I believe you start with 50, which is enough for about 2 tickets in White Wasteland, and from that you can win back about you can win back about another 40, and it just goes up. You know, you can, if you want to get all those thousands and millions of medallions, go arenas from the start. I'm going to be doing a video where I do that. Now 9, it is internet. Now this is not your fault, but I see so many people in the kind of noob arenas and stuff just disconnecting. Try going near your internet hub or changing your settings and stuff, because it's really annoying when someone disconnects and it's not you, because you might have been having a fun game. It might have even been you that disconnect because they used a thing called a spike storm, which is an ability for the spike factory, which can destroy people's internet. So don't go crazy, do too crazy when you go in late game. Right, at number 9, we've already done number 9. Right, the final one. This is the one I think is most important. Is being salty or toxic or mean, whatever you want to call it. Now, lots of people, when they lose, or even when they win, they'll be like, yeah, we're really good, spamming those emotes, like I said, maybe even selling their towers or doing something to show off. Just don't be salty or toxic, because it's just a game and you have a life. And on that very important note, I think I'll stop.